my life around this bright idea. I built my life around this insight I found. Hello and be welcome to another episode of Let's Develop Bright Ideas. Last week I talked to you about when I think it's time to stop pursuing clean code. And I received feedback on that episode from Mattis, one of my students, who posted a kind of lengthy comment below the video talking about quite a number of different things he has in mind when it comes to solving problems, programming clean code, and all these kind of things. And reading that comment made me realize that there's actually quite a number of insights I had over the past years that made me understand a lot of things, and it made me come to the point where I actually had the insight that sometimes you should stop pursuing clean code. And what I think it's probably difficult to get the idea I tried to get over last week if I don't present to you this kind of foundation of insight, this series of insights that led me to the point. So what I want to try throughout the next episodes is kind of break down all these things, all these ideas I have about writing code, about writing clean code, about solving problems in programming, and present them to you bit by bit to maybe get you up to the point where I am, or at least give you a feeling about what my insights are, so that you can give me feedback on what you think about it. So to get it started, the first thing I want to talk about is that to get from a mere programmer who just hacks down the code and is done with it to what they call the software craftsman or software engineering, to a person who's really producing good professional code, is actually that you need to be proud of the code you write. So I want to produce code that I can read in a week or a month or a year's time and say, okay, I can understand this code. I like to read this code, and it's okay for me. I'm proud to be the author of that code, and I'm willing to present myself as the author of that code towards others. And this is something or some state of code that you don't achieve just by writing it down, right? You just start from top to bottom and write it down. That's not the way it works. As JBrains would put it, at first you have to fake it till you make it. So you have some kind of idea, requirement, something you want to solve, you express that in a test. Then you actually try to solve that task by just faking it till it's working. And afterwards you use this third phase of TDD, which is called refactoring and is not there by chance, to improve the code that just somehow makes it, to transform it into some code that you're actually proud of a year after. And that's where the thought of last week connects, that sometimes on that way of transforming code that just barely works into code that you're proud of, you have to stop because you don't know how to continue yet, and you have to wait till you get more evidence about how the code should look like. But anyways, to stay with the idea I want to present to you this week, I think it's really important to get you to a state where you try to write code that you're proud of. And I think you have to work hard to get to that state, to practice to write actually good code and how to transform code that barely works to code that you're actually proud of. Okay, this is the idea of this week. I hope you liked it. If so, give me a thumbs up. If you have any ideas, comments, feedback in any way, just drop me a comment, send me a message, or contact me in any other way. I'm always interested to hear what you think about all these kind of things, because I too can only improve on your feedback. So again, thanks for watching and hope to see you next week.